Milk. Find out if the problem is intolerance or allergy. The big confusion about milk. Many people believe they're allergic to milk, but in reality, the issue is something else. Lactose intolerance. The two terms sound similar, but they describe completely different conditions. And understanding that difference is key to protecting your health and avoiding unnecessary suffering. Milk has been part of most people's lives since childhood, but it's also one of the foods that causes the most confusion and discomfort. For some, it's a source of energy. For others, it's a source of stomach pain, bloating, gas, cramps, or even itching and shortness of breath. It all depends on how your body reacts to milk, and that reaction is directly linked to two components: lactose, the natural sugar in milk; proteins, such as casein. These two elements are at the center of the whole story. 2. Lactose intolerance when the problem is digestive. Lactose intolerance happens when the body struggles to digest milk sugar, lactose. To do that, the intestine needs to produce an enzyme called lactase. This enzyme breaks lactose into smaller parts the body can absorb. When lactase production drops, lactose isn't properly digested and ends up in the large intestine, where it's fermented by bacteria. The result is familiar: gas, cramps, bloating, and diarrhea. Lactose intolerance is a digestive issue, not an immune one. And here's what's fascinating. About 70% of adults worldwide have some degree of lactose intolerance. In other words, it's natural. It's not a disease. It's simply the body saying it doesn't handle that type of sugar well. 3. Milk protein allergy, when the body attacks what it shouldn't. A milk protein allergy is a completely different story. This time, the immune system is the one causing trouble. The body mistakes milk proteins, especially casein, for a threat and launches a full-blown defense reaction. This can happen within minutes of consuming milk, and the symptoms go far beyond digestion. Itching, hives, swelling, redness, coughing, wheezing, nausea, and even anaphylaxis, a severe and potentially life-threatening allergic reaction. While intolerance is uncomfortable, allergy can be dangerous and requires medical care. 4. The key difference: digestion versus defense. Here's the simple way to understand it. In intolerance, the body can't digest lactose, milk sugar. In allergy, the body attacks milk protein, mistaking it for an invader. One is a digestion problem, the other is a defense problem. That's why the symptoms are so different. Intolerance causes intestinal discomfort, gas, cramps, diarrhea. Allergy causes reactions throughout the body, on the skin, in breathing, and, in severe cases, anaphylaxis. 5. How to find out what you have. The answer is simple: medical diagnosis. A gastroenterologist performs intolerance tests, like the hydrogen breath test, genetic test, or lactose tolerance test. An allergist checks for allergies with blood tests that measure IgE antibodies or with skin tests. These tests are quick, safe, and clear up all doubt. Don't try to guess or follow extreme diets based on assumptions. 6. How to live well with intolerance or allergy. If the problem is lactose intolerance, there's good news. You don't have to give up milk completely. The secret is to adjust and substitute smartly. Today, there are excellent alternatives. Plant-based milks made from almonds, cashews, oats, rice, or coconut. All are naturally lactose-free, light, tasty, and great for coffee, recipes, and smoothies. If you want to enjoy foods that contain milk, like desserts, pizza, or sauces, and your intolerance is mild or moderate, there's a solution: lactase supplements. They come in pills or drops taken before meals to help digest lactose without symptoms. But if it's a milk protein allergy, the approach is very different. You must completely eliminate milk and all dairy products, since even tiny amounts can trigger a reaction. That doesn't mean giving up taste or nutrition, though. Plant-based milks provide calcium, healthy fats, and proteins. They're not a punishment. They're an evolution in nutrition. You're not cutting milk out, you're simply changing the source. 7. Scientific curiosity. Being intolerant is actually the norm. Here's a twist. Lactose intolerance is the natural human condition. The ability to digest milk in adulthood is a genetic mutation that appeared around 10,000 years ago among populations that raised cattle and regularly drank milk. This mutation is called lactase persistence, and only part of the global population has it. In biological terms, most humans are naturally lactose intolerant. 8. When to see a doctor. Many people try to figure out on their own whether they have lactose intolerance or milk allergy, and end up confused. It's common to cut out milk unnecessarily, switch to expensive products, and still feel unwell. That's why medical guidance is crucial. See a healthcare professional, ideally a gastroenterologist or allergist, if you repeatedly experience symptoms after consuming milk or dairy products, such as frequent abdominal discomfort, gas and bloating, diarrhea right after drinking milk, nausea or recurring vomiting, itching, red spots or hives, coughing, wheezing, shortness of breath, or swelling of the lips or eyes. These are warning signs, but only a proper diagnosis can tell whether it's lactose intolerance or milk protein allergy. Clinical tests are simple and safe and prevent you from cutting out foods unnecessarily. If symptoms are mild, your doctor may suggest lactase use or dietary adjustments. If an allergy is suspected, treatment must be strict with total avoidance of milk and proper nutritional guidance. And here's something important. Young children, pregnant women, and people with other digestive issues should never restrict foods without medical supervision, since that can lead to nutritional deficiencies. According to the European Academy of Allergy and Clinical Immunology, EAACI 2022, only validated clinical tests and medical evaluation can confirm food allergies safely. This prevents misdiagnosis and unnecessary dietary restrictions, especially in children and pregnant women. And according to the National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases, NIDDK 2023, lactose intolerance should be diagnosed through specific tests, like the hydrogen breath test, genetic tests, or lactose tolerance tests. These are fast, safe methods that help doctors determine the right treatment for each person. Seeking professional help isn't overreacting, it's prevention. The sooner the diagnosis, the quicker the relief and balance return. 9. Milk is not the villain. Lactose intolerance is digestive. The body can't break down milk sugar. Milk protein allergy is immunological. The body reacts as if milk were a threat. Each has its own treatment. If it's intolerance, you can adjust, use lactase, and live normally. If it's allergy, replace and avoid milk under medical supervision. The key is to stop guessing, understand what your body is telling you, and act based on information. Milk isn't the villain. The real enemy is misinformation. If this video helped you understand your body better, hit like, share it with that friend who says milk is bad, and subscribe for more videos on health and science explained in a clear, human, and drama-free way. Thank you for watching until the end. If you'd like to follow more health episodes for both seniors and young people, built on empathy and science-backed information, make sure to subscribe to our channel, like this video, leave a comment, and share our content. It's a pleasure to be here with you and to share this valuable exchange. See you in the next episode.